Entertainment publications, the New York and Los Angeles Weekly Times voted the Yo Show a top 50 program in the entire world. Find out why. St. Ricketts with Fire Cannot Burn, www.saintricketts.com. The self-titled album, St. Ricketts, is out now. Get that bad boy on all streaming sources. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesday night, and a very tough Tuesday night to swallow. JD Wolf is in the house. Yo from the Northland. In the world. Thank you, brother. Yep, top 50 in the world. So get in here and check out why. 7-2. Top of the ninth. 1 out. Phillies are getting spanked by the New York Mets. And it really hurts. It hurts very badly. Notice I'm not wearing new Phillies gear tonight. It's good to be back. Jeff, I have internet and I'm so happy. And my new house is awesome. Jeff, I thank God that I have my new house. Jason Rushman, good evening. Good evening, everybody out there. Tuesday night, as you know, 100% live, as I was told. Always announce it's live. I always do. 100% live. This is the Yo Show. I am Jeff the Shark Perini, as you may know. And I'm going solo like Han. You know, they had that thing on Facebook, pretend to be me in the comments. A lot of people gave me the solo like Han and support local bands and blah, 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 blah. No, it's live. It's not Memorex. So we do 100% live. But anyway, this is the Yo Show. Yes, I do it 100% live. And tonight I am solo like Han. The sisters Edinger are moving into a new location. Tried a couple other people. Just a tough night tonight for people. Ange and Sherry Nelson. I tried to get somebody here. But that's okay. You got me. And what else? Oh, let's go see what else can you ask for. Stop. I also managed somehow to lose my notes for the night. That's terrific. Excellent. So I had to watch it from my phone, which is always absolutely 100% embarrassing. So I have a question, Jeff. How's your life been going? My life's been going good, bro. Doing it up. Had an amazing weekend of music and fun. I was doping on the legs for, you know, I got ripped at work today by my man Jackson. And he's like, you know, why don't you have me on? I'm like, yeah, but like, it's another dude. He's like, oh, well, I know, like, you got to be a female to co-host. Not true, bro. Not true. Yo Show's for everybody. Even JD Wolf. With or without his great legs. This is the program. Welcome to a Tuesday night. We are 100% live. And we got a fun one tonight. I'm very excited. I watched this band a few weeks back win the Twisted Tea Battle of the Bands held by Casey Ray's and Landis Theater over in Jersey. And I think they're super cool. They're great artists. Some of my new favorite people coming up around 8:30 tonight. It is the Goodbyes. I'm sorry, that picture's a little small. But that's the picture they said is their new promo picture. And I'll talk to Kate and Jess and the whole gang around 8:30 this evening. Don't have lots for music. We do have one like live clip that they did early on. So I'll put that out there. I love it too, JD. I love and I gotta find my bin of autographs because somewhere in there is Kate Devlin's autograph because she is a superstar. It's a great band, a lot of fun. I'm happy that I got to be part of that Twisted Tea Battle of the Bands. And speaking of Twisted Tea Battle of the Bands, the great promotions, etc., the one and only, the amazing Miss Elena Brokus in the house. I love the Goodbyes. I love them as well. Can't wait to see more of them. They got a couple shows coming up. They got a show coming up in November with the Circus Hearts. Wow. And you knew I love the Circus Hearts. And I love the Goodbyes. Should be a great show coming up in November. The bin of autographs, indeed. Got to move some of the Funko Pops out of the way because they're everywhere. Oh, gracious. Yeah, when you do this alone sometimes, you realize that it's a lot of hard damn work. There it is. I found it, too. There it is. I'll present it later in when Kate comes out. I need a new one because somebody else signed this paper. But very cool. The bin of autographs, past shows, past autograph, memorabilia, etc. And there's stuff hanging around here. But it is, again, Tuesday night. And I want to remind everybody, if you're in the area and you watch this live, you watch this recorded, it's a pretty big one coming up this Thursday night. That's right, special night. Thursday night at the Fuge. The international band White Cross will be in the house. And this is a pretty big one for the Key Concert Series because they're opening up their concert tour with us at the Key Concert Series. Thursday, October 10th, International Superband White Cross is at the Fuge. Doors open at 6. Get your tickets at keyconcertseries.ticketspice.com. Special guest is Deep Seated, who I saw like 2 weeks ago, and I will tell you, wow. Deep Seated is a super talented band that rocks. And fresh off their appearance at the Simon's Pig Roast last week, the Grimjacks will be there as well. This is going to be great. White Cross is a sensational band. Should have a good crowd. It's going to take place in the studio room at the Fuse, as you know how we do it. Thursday night, yeah, I'm going to be tired on Friday, but that's okay. I'm off Thursday, so I can rest all day long. But remember, if you're watching live, if you're watching recorded and you're in the area, Thursday, October 10th, White Cross at the Fuse, Key Concert Series at ticketspice.com. Tickets will also be available at the door. Try to get them beforehand. Save a couple bucks. That should be a great one. We love what we do for music at the Key Concert Series. Top 5 list, I still do it with or without any cohorts because I'm just that good at top 5s. Nah, maybe not. Top 5 songs with hello or goodbye in the title in honor of the goodbyes. Let's hit it. Top 5 songs with hello or goodbye in the title. Number 5, Say Hello to Heaven by Temple of the Dog, supergroup. Eddie Vedder and Chris Cornell and etc. Say Hello to Heaven. Sorry, you're going to see me stop and take drinks a lot tonight because it's hot down here. I don't know why. Coming up on fall and it's hot down here. Number 4, good old Elton John and Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. It's a goodie. Maybe my favorite Elton John song. That's saying a lot because he's got a lot of them. I love that one. Number 3, Goodbye Stranger by Supertramp. So you never thought you'd hear the name Supertramp on the program, did you? But you just did right there. Supertramp with Goodbye Stranger. So I just checking looking for a final here. We are final. 7-2 Mets. Mets lead 2-1. Yuck. That one hurts. Turn me back on. All right, number 3. And number 2, Hello, I Love You by the Doors. It's a great one. Such a great song. Doors, such a great band. Bands, music. Everybody's like, all you're worried about is music. Talking about the Phillies, all you're worried about is music. Stop it. I do it all. Number 1 is the classic Hello by Lionel Richie. Can't get any easier than that. Woo. Eyes are sweating and sticking in the whole mess. But Hello by Lionel Richie is number 1. Tonight's top 5 list, top 5 songs with hello or goodbye in the title in honor of our guest tonight around 8:30, the Goodbyes. Now, how you feel, Jeff? I'm drinking too. And why not? Because this little product here, Yuengling, as I continue to whore myself out and tag them in my post, I need a bunch of autographs. A petition, if you would, to get Yuengling to sponsor the Yo Show. And why not? America's oldest brewery since 1899. Yuengling's traditional lager, original amber beer. And I'm a giant fan. So I'm drinking it right on the air. Hello, Goodbyes fans. Hello, people that are new to the Yo Show. And I know a lot of you were thinking, like, this is the show. This is all the hype. No, there's usually a co-host and usually, like, some fun topics. And me getting downright silly. And great guest, etc. Right? Knock, knock. Beer at the door if you're sponsored. Holy smacks. Imagine that. Imagine not only having Yuengling put some power behind this program, but maybe give me a couple bucks and doing some sponsorships and some shows and sending me beer. Excuse me. Wow. To drink on the program. Be pretty great stuff. But we love it. As you know, the show used to consist of myself and Jewel Tatey. And Jewel took a leave. We're not even definite if she's returning. We do miss her here. I don't even know if she watches anymore. If you do, we love you. This is episode, actually 313. I made a boo-boo. Episode 313. So we've been rolling along, 313 episodes, 7 years. Some of the greatest artists you could ask for. You know, I like the show because you can express how you feel without any judgment, and that's awesome. Hey, man, I hate the Beatles. Derek Feldman, the biggest Beatle fan in the house. You, what's up, brother? I'm not a big Beatle fan. Don't hate me. Watch the show. I don't say anything controversial. I don't do drama. I don't do politics. I don't do any of that crap. Come out here and you have a good time. And you meet good people. Like the Goodbyes in about 15 minutes. Although I apologize to them. Oh, it's right here. Dirt. Looking all over the place for the show outline. It's pretty much right in front of my face. So I don't even know if I'm supposed to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to play this little video. And supposedly it's one of the very first ones of the Goodbyes live. It's a song called Fuck Me by Jess Haya. I hope I'm saying her name right so she doesn't kill me. Or Jess Haya and the Goodbyes. And it was one that I kind of fetched off YouTube. It was a live performance. And I like the song. And I like the band. And I like the way they perform it. So we're going to lay it out right now. Let's watch it. It's about 4 minutes long. It's called Fuck Me. It's a live version by Jess and the Goodbyes. This is the Yo Show. We're live Tuesday night. Philly's in dire trouble. Let's have some fun. Let's listen to some music. We'll be back in about 4 minutes here live on the Yo Show.
My filter's constantly on. I rarely say what I want. Because if you knew, I don't know what you do. It's true. But if I were to say that I wish you would stay.
All right, that was a lot of fun. Fuck Me is the song. Jess and the Goodbyes. And as JD Wolf said, yeah, I dig that house party vibe. Very big around here and Jersey. And it's funny, though, because like when we do the Fuse, I had a parent come up to me and say, thank you for getting the kids out of the basement. But basement shows are cool. A lot of bands hang out and promote and support one another. And it's a lot of fun. Kind of like the way, and a great song, by the way, great voice and etc. Great band. Like I said, this past weekend we had the John Simon's Pig Roast. And I went to load pictures for some reason. I think I'm picture maxed, which stinks. But anyway, it was a awesome time. We go out and we push the community, of course. And tons of people come and eat. And they bring their own drinks and beer. Uncle Jeff getting bands out of the basement. That's the goal. Get them on stage. But anyway, it was great. We had a great time. A couple of drinks. Some great food. Of course, the pig roast. And, of course, pork and chili. And all kind of great sides. I, of course, brought Yingling. Shameless plug. But I brought Yingling. And some great performances by the Jaspers. Will be coming on soon. We talked to them. We're going to get them on the program. It's going to happen soon. Stealing Society, who was here a couple weeks back. Wowie. Like Wowie. they have just really come together. But awesome. The Grimjacks performed as well. But they got shut off a little early by noise ordinance. Which kind of sucks. Because they were killing it. And other bands stopped by to hang out. You know, Twisted, of course, will be on the program next week. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Twisted will be on the program. Of course, Sarah and Logan. And Steve and Cindy showed up. And Up 24, the great dudes from Up 24, Cuthbert and the gang hanging out. And the people from Vetus hanging out. So bands, meeting bands, coming together. I introduced Stealing Society to Up 24. They had a lot of great conversations. Everybody's really digging the Jaspers, and it's about, you know, getting bands together and having shows to do together, collaborations, etc. And I was talking to the Jaspers about the Goodbyes being on the night, and of course Devin said, you know, tell them I love them and love the Goodbyes, and that's the fun of it. That's how we do it there. And John, of course, another great job. Kim, outstanding. A lot of fun. Spent several hours out there just having a blast. That's what we do. And then Friday night, Friday nights we do the weekend wrap up here. Friday night, Laura Cheadle and her wife Michelle, of course, at Fat Lady Brewing and the all-girl band. I tell you what, I've had Laura on the show several times. You know, I love her. We get there, I see Michelle. She's like, oh my God, you in person finally. We go kind of in like the dressing room area, the backstage, and we hang out. And Laura's like thrilled to see me, taking pictures. Met my wife, loves my wife. Our friend Maria came too, and Laura was just very accommodating, super cool. A lot of great positive vibes, smiles and laughs the entire time. She gets on stage, and that voice is crystal clear, belting it out. And we had a blast. Fat Lady is a great place. We enjoy that spot. We had an awesome time with Laura Cheadle on Friday. Like I said, Saturday, of course, was the Pig Roast with Stealing Society, the Jaspers Grimjacks, and then, of course, the Future Stars show at Craft Hall on Sunday. Atlanta Brocas, another awesome show. Wasted Potential, one of our dear friends, was on that bill. Stealing Society came back out and rocked a second straight day. And just, you know, just a great show. And the dudes from Sheevan, they've been asked to be on the show. Super, if you like hard metal, these kids are really good metal artists. Sheevan is the band. They asked to be on. They're going to come on soon on the program as well. We're going to keep bringing you a lot of these great local artists. And the funny thing, and I was being asked this by the guys from Stealing Society, like, what is the next tier? What is, like, the next level up from being, like, an original local artist band? And I said, you know, there's a lot of them out there that come on this program. Like Molly Rennick and Living Dead Girl and Francesca Destruct and the FDS band. Like, they travel. They're very quality bands. little bit of cult following, names get out there, so that's the next level. And then he said, if you bring them here, what happens? I don't know. I don't know if their following is big here, but it's big where they're from. And you always try. You try to keep growing it as much as you can. My wife is in the house. My wife had a dandy of a blast Friday night with Laura. And, I'm not going to announce yet what my wife is into as a new project. Let's just say a couple of the bands there helped her get inspired with some things on Friday night. And that was just a great time. JD Wolf, Cassie, hello. Yes, indeed. So my wife is entering a new project, which is very showish, but we won't really spill any of the beans. We'll wait till the progress gets made, and we'll share that with you shortly, as it happens. Whew, I'm already out of breath. That's great. 8:24 goodbyes should be here any moment. Let's just do the usual Jeff double check and make sure there are no glitches. You know how that happens. We always say live happens. Let's just make sure that's not happening. There's a lot of great places to see the goodbyes. The Palace on the 14th, Renault Winery on the 21st. These are all shows that have passed already. But coming up, 10:26 Inner Zone, 11:10 Crafts Hall. They're just awesome. Playing all over in the way they should. They're big in the New Jersey music scene. I know I'm from Jersey tonight a little bit. Don't hate me. I still love my PAers. I do. I love you so. So around 8:30, the goodbyes will be here. And thank everybody for a great week, especially Stealing Society, a double whammy. I showed up Sunday to Elena's show, and she said, well, I didn't expect to see you. Thought the pig roast would have knocked you out. Well, I had to drive. I had to be very responsible. Yes, I brought Yinglings, but did not have too many Yinglings. It's hot down here. I don't know why. So I'll drink and do. We are, as I said, speaking to somebody. We'll probably get together again tomorrow. Speaking to somebody about being a new permanent Tuesday nighter co-host with me. And if this person comes through, it's going to be great because it's somebody very cool, somebody with excellent background. We spoke. The project seems good. And, the Wednesday nights we'll keep doing it with, like I said, the Alicia and Cheyenne, the Edgar girls. They're awesome. Angela Marie, of course, and a lot of great people who like to come in and guest co-host because it's always fun. It's always fun to get new people. I haven't turned the heat on down here in eons. So if it's on, I don't know about it, but it's hot down here. I'm sweating terribly. That was an awesome song. Love it. Do you think Ray will bring back the podcast? I miss it. Yeah, I've mentioned it to Ray, and it just doesn't seem to be on his agenda, which saddens me because I love being a fill-in co-host, etc. I gotta make sure I got one eye kind of sticky tonight. But I love being an extra on Happy Hour Pod. I love Ray. He's a great dude. I feel bad for his Baltimore Orioles. These things do happen. And trust me, Jason, I've been hitting around him. I'd love to see Ray. And even if he does it once a month, just to kind of... if it's been on for that... I'm supposed to have a staff. The staff has to come down and check and see if the heat is on. The staff knows how to take my lighting down. Doesn't know how to check the heat. Great stuff. There's a, there's lighting. There's ring lights and etc. Sometimes it's borrowed. I didn't even realize it wasn't down here. I started setting up oh my God, my ring light. I'm a mess tonight. I really am. Work has been brutal the last couple of days. I'm not going to lie. So I needed Tuesday night. Need Tuesday night badly. And you know what else I needed tonight? I needed a Phillies win. And I sure as heck didn't get that either. Disgusting. Getting smacked around by the Mets. And nobody brags harder than Mets fans. Nobody. And I gotta tell you, man. I guess it's kind of like the curse of Jimmy Rollins when he mouthed off about, So this is pretty cool. We did get a message from Kate. She's going to be at work, but she got called in. But I'm going to be doing it from my car, and the rest of the band is meeting up with my singers. Can we do 2 cameras? Of course you can. Yep, just use the link that I sent you, and each of you can use that same link to log in Kate is, I'm so happy to have her here. She's one of my favorite new musicians, an awesome bass player, super cool girl. We've had great conversations about this moment, this night, getting them on here. So they'll be here shortly. We'll definitely have fun with that. Does it advocate scary if your washer goes off balance and it just starts shaking? You're doing something and you're like, wow, what is that noise? It's happened a million times to me. As we had mentioned on the program, I'm not a great handyman. I'm not good with the digits when it comes to building things or fixing things or anything of that nature. So trust me, that's not it's not scary. It's just poor craftsmanship. Tuesday night. It's what we do. It's absolutely silly. Some people love it. Some people are learning it. Some people want to check it out. A lot of people, at the pig roasting this weekend was really great. Like Stealing Society, Jaspers, etc. Like shout us out here at the Yo Show. Thank us for what we do, although we love it. And more venues are starting to get into the live music scene. More shows are popping up, like ours, that have these bands as guests. So we're making a difference. And like John Simon said, man, when you have community, I'm waving to Caitlin, who has made her way. She beat the rest of the band. She's at work in her car, and she beat the rest of the band. When I tell you this girl's a rock star, I kid you not. Do you want to come in first, Kate, and have everybody jump in, or you want to wait for him to get here? Sure? I think she's saying sure. Little she know until I absolutely plug her in. I thumbs up. Thank you. God, tell you what. After my own heart, that thumbs up, too. So let's start it off. Again, Twisted Tea, Battle of the Band Champions right here. A super fun band, a super talented band. It is the Goodbyes. We're going to start off with their bassist, Caitlin Devlin, right now. Let's bring her in. Good evening, Kate. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Kate or Caitlin, or does it matter?
It really doesn't matter. I go by everything.
Everything. We're going to call you everything from that one. How about that?
All right, sounds good.
All right, so now we've got Jess has made her way back. Say, Jess, you ready, or are you waiting for Frank? You want to hop in? 2 thumbs up from Jess. So again, the Goodbyes. We have the awesome Caitlin here. We now have Jess as well. Jess, thank you for coming on the program. How you doing tonight?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. Frank is here as well. I love how everybody made a grand little entrance. This is really what it's all about. This is what the show is about. It really is about the artist and you guys, and it's your show. So any way you want to enter, I love it. I'm just going to sit here in silence for the next half hour. Hello from Minnesota, our good friend J.D. Wolf. So let's get right off to it while we have you guys here. A humongous congratulations on the Twisted Tea Battle of the Bands. What a moment. What an accomplishment. I was proud to be part of the preliminary rounds and doing the announcing. And I watched that video back, just announcing you for the first time and wondering what to expect, and then blown away. Tell us, everybody, give us a little piece. How did it feel to be part of that and win this thing? Because this was a tough competition.
It was insane. It was really insane because we weren't part of the original set list of bands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, we were like offered a spot last minute, and we're like, sure, we'll take it. And then, like everyone we met there was so great.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
a surreal experience for sure. The feeling of being on that stage, and then let alone winning, it was unlike anything. And everyone there was insanely talented. Getting to see everyone perform and the different aspects and energy that each different group brought, it was really cool.
Frank, what'd you think?
Oh, I thought it was great playing at the Landis stage. That was so surreal. It was really cool just to be up there. Granted, you can't really see anything out there after you're on stage. But, playing at the Casey Ray's was a blast too. And you were emceeing that, and that was really the preliminary fun thing to do just to get us warmed up for the final round.
I thought it was pretty amazing. I said there were some great bands out there, and a lot of people thought, because I was emceeing, I was a judge. I'm like, I'm not judging this. I could never judge this because there was so much great talent out there, and I'm glad I got to meet you guys. I was really impressed right away, for whatever that means for me to be impressed, but I was impressed right away. I loved what I heard. I love your energy. I was telling everybody I knew that Caitlin's like my new favorite bass player on earth. I got to think for bass players. Bass players are like my jam. I love them. They all know it out there. And she was amazing. Like I said, the sound was amazing. Your voice, of course, Jess, and just the way everybody handled themselves, terrific. So you win, your initial gut thought when you get announced, because you guys went nuts on stage, which was awesome. But we'll start with Frank. Your initial gut reaction when you heard you won.
Um,
All right,
I mean,
Frank's
obviously,
version. We'll go to Jess.
All right, so you know, I was outside smoking, so I had no idea that we had won yet, and you know, all of our fans and our family were like, "Get the hell on stage!" And so as soon as I got into the theater, you know, I booked it and I kind of tackled everyone that was on stage already. I think Ray was in my little tackle too, and I kind of took him out a little bit, and we all did a group hug, and then Dan was also, I think, either in the bathroom or smoking too, and he had to come up and run on stage. But the other guys, they were already there. I know our drummer Isaac, he was in the green room, so he was a little, you know, out of it too. And they were like, "Oh my God, they announced the goodbyes." So it was a very loving shock.
Yeah,
Terrific.
I also was not in the theater. I was out saying goodbye to my friend's grandmom who had to leave. And I walked in and my mom just starts running at me, hands in the air. How do you feel? How do you feel? And like the shell shock hit before I ran on stage. It was crazy.
Pretty cool. Kate, how about you? Because you know, apparently nobody else was on stage, and I even kind of missed the announcement. I was back in the lobby, and I ran out because I started hearing the names. I started running out. I kind of called it at the end. What'd you think?
I was there when we heard. I was like in the lobby, and then I heard they were gonna start. They didn't really make any announcements that they were gonna now, you know, start
Right.
talking about the bands. So I was like, oh, I heard like, oh, they're gonna go do it, and I was waiting to hear and congratulate our friends that were playing. That absolutely Smother Nature blew it out of
Yes.
the park that night, and I was
Terrific.
waiting to hear like Smother Nature one so I could cheer them on. And they said us, and I was like, wait, is this like real? And then I stood there and I was like, where's the rest of my band? Like, where are you guys? And then he was like, come get on stage. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to look for everyone.
Nothing like the modesty of not expecting to win. Like nobody's there. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
But it goes to show you, like I said, the good nature of your band. You're always smiling, having a good time. It seems like, and you know, to not be there at that moment, actually kind of cool in a way. Like, we'll show up after they announce somebody, and happen to be you guys. So congratulations with that. New Jersey, of course. You know, it was in Vineland, and you guys are huge in the Jersey scene. Everybody talks about your basement shows, if you will, and getting other bands together. It's something you guys do well. We'll start with Kate. Describe to us like the Jersey scene and what it's like, and does it differ from the Philly scene, or have you been in the Philly scene much?
We've been more so in the New Jersey basement scene rather than the Philly basement scene. In Philly, we've played more like venues, if you will. But the Jersey, it's so interesting, the difference in where you play, basement or venue. You gotta love both of them equally, and I don't like I hate it when people are like, oh, you know, trash on the basement scene because it's not a stage. Some of my favorite
Yeah.
shows were played in a basement.
Sure.
They're so intimate, they're so fun, and it's just, you know, the people there that get to support you and they get to know you, and you get to know your crowd and who's listening to you.
Yeah, there's nothing that really hurts like having a fan like right in your face where you're playing. I like the stage too. I know the floor thing is a little to some people. Me, I don't care if you're rocking. Doesn't make a difference where you're rocking. But it's also got to be kind of neat to have people like up close and personal. Jess, you guys kind of from the videos I've seen in the clips and the one I played here earlier of your "Fuck Me" video. You guys kind of seem like to be like the king and queens of this basement scene. People shouting out your lyrics and going nuts for you. What do you think, man? How does the basement scene make you feel? And what do you feel about venues as well?
Honestly, the basement scene, I'll start there. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I run a basement venue in my house. I gotta love it. I don't have a choice. But I think that it's really cool to kind of see so many people who are just there because they love music, and whether it be they want to see these bands start from nothing and come up, or they're a band themselves that are starting to like I don't know how many people I've seen play at a show with us, like Lazy, for example, guys who actually Lazy just opened at the Landis.
Oh, wow.
Played for the first time at my house, and like seeing the growth there was really cool, and getting to play with all of these groups and create those intimate relationships is awesome. Plus, there's nothing like jumping into a crowd of screaming basement kids and jumping around and singing with them. That's always a lot of
I
fun.
love it. How do you
Um,
feel, Frank? Because you know all the kids get up there with the fingers and get on the guitar players where you
Yeah.
guys are strumming. How do you feel?
It's sweaty.
Sweaty.
It's fun. I think it's like home base for us. So when we play here, there is still the anticipation of nerves and everything, but also it's a familiarity. So it's comfortable. I think we also kind of like to work out things first in the basement for people that have seen us before a lot
Sure.
more, and then we kind of emphasize it or do it better on stage. I think being rooted in the basement is a stepping stone that helps us be more down to earth with
Yeah.
the audience later on.
It's a little more you, if you will. Like you kind of call the shots in it. And it's not like, this major venue we have to worry about, is anybody making money? Is something going to go wrong, or et cetera? 'Cause it's kind of yours, and it's neat. And like I said, everybody is there for the same purpose. So I've been to one or two. Notice no drama. Notice just people having a good time. I was a little older to be there. Like people were like, "Here's the old dude," and then like they got like, "Well, he does a podcast and always checks out bands." But again, like to get younger people back into music, because again, generation difference. And when I was growing up in Philly, there was bands everywhere every weekend. You couldn't pick where to go. 20, 30 different places that were hosting a band of some sort. You guys are pioneering, bringing it back. Do you notice that it's making a big comeback? I'm starting to notice more venues are bringing in original artists. Are you noticing a pickup from your work you're doing?
Slowly but surely, we're kind of making a lot of connections with other people like Elena, who are also trying to bring the music scene back. And I think that with all of us kind of grouping together, we're creating somewhat of a force. Like Elena's been sending me some bands and saying, "Hey, have them play here," and then, it's been pretty nice. It's been pretty
Very
nice.
It is tough though, because with since it's like most basement shows are in a residential neighborhood, you have time cutoffs and you have neighbors and you have people that walk outside the house and do crazy things. It's out of your control, but it's still
Yeah.
your fault. And it's sad because other people try to do what we've been lucky enough to do, but the legality of it catches up to you really quick.
Very
I
true.
will say, if my neighbors are watching this, thank you so much for putting up with
And we're
all of
sorry.
us waiting so long.
Shout out. And we had it this past weekend, of course. So we run a show up here at the Fuse in Warminster. We do it once a month. Key Concert Series. We charge tickets. They got like a 300-person venue, and we have a stage, and it's very cool. And the guy, John, who is one of the partners that runs it, had a pig roast at his house this past weekend. Played outside, had food, bring your own beer, bonfire. And at 10 o'clock, the cops came and shut off the bands before they were done. And I'm like, what? 10 o'clock? That
Yeah.
kind of sucks.
On a
My
weekend.
prom was at the Fuge.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of people's proms are at the Fuge. It's a great place to.
I'm from Northeast Philadelphia, so
Oh, all right.
I went to Father Judge, and that was our prom that year. But yeah, I didn't know they did shows.
They do. They have a room called the Studio, and it was kind of funny because we kept kind of pressing them and said, "Look, here's our idea: 4 original bands in a night, charge tickets. They get the alcohol sales, food sales, etc." And they're like, "Sure, let's go with it." And we've been pretty good with it. We've had some awesome bands. We've had some good crowds. We have a lot of fun. So yeah, it's just another move, and a lot of people say they're like, "Yeah, the Fuse isn't that like a banquet hall?" No, there is actually a studio room there, and they actually have a recording studio inside too, where bands will make records. So
That's really cool.
cool spot. We'd like to have you guys come on sometime and join us. Bring your Jersey crowd out. We would love that.
Definitely.
Yeah, let us know when. We'll bring the party.
Oh, I know you guys can bring the party. And that's another thing I wanted to ask. And then we'll go around to all yous again because I want everybody's feedback since you're all here. I started to notice at the Landis, your set started, you guys were tight, good, everything sounded terrific. Crowd was getting into it. All of a sudden, from the back of the room, the crowd gets louder and louder and hype and running their way down the aisle. I'm like, I even said to myself, like, man, with this crowd, this band's going to win. Kate, did you notice on stage that it got a little rowdy for you guys?
Yeah, and that is partially due to our amazing friends. They support every band, but they support from the back, and then they're like they always come to the forward when they get hype with us. They really feel it with us because they're our really close friends, and they always just are there to support us. But it's
How'd you
really
guys
funny.
feel? Yeah, it was like I said, they were actually marching down aisles, and my wife's like,
Yeah.
"What's going on?" I'm like, "You're about to
'cause-
see the winner."
There's people we don't even know we're doing it. Like I can't really see off stage very
Sure.
often. But my mom was like, "Yo, do you know this person?" I was like, "No, I have no clue who these people are." And she's like, "Well, they were really liking your set." I was like, "Well, that makes me happy to hear. Thank you."
That's pretty good. Did you guys notice, Jess, Frank? Did you notice the change in the atmosphere?
No, it was very cool and it was very fun. As Dev said, I like owe everything to the friends that have been supporting it, like me and this band and everything. Honestly, I looked over at one point when I heard them kind of going crazy, and I saw them all doing one of these
Yeah.
to one of the songs, and I was like, all right. And then of course I saw them all getting up and stuff. It's always really nice to see, especially friends, but anyone really listening to our music and having
Right.
as much fun listening to it as we are playing it.
That's awesome. Frank, did you notice, or you just like the guitar player's gotta be doing a lot? I know it's gonna be a little tough. No offense, Kate, for the bassist, but yeah, guitar player's gotta be doing a lot.
Yeah,
Oh, of
yeah,
course.
but I mean, on a fan basis, I guess, and especially during the set at the Landis, I mean, I brought a couple people out, a couple coworkers, a couple family members, but my girlfriend's been to every show, so she better be screaming a little bit, and
Shout
so
out
because
Julia.
otherwise, what else am I supposed to do? I have to take her out, I guess, for all the support to the pumpkin patch real soon, right? Because it's October.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, get her
but
a
yeah,
boo basket.
Get those fall dates
but
in.
yeah, ever since I've joined the band, I my girlfriend's been to every show. So I'm greatly appreciative of that and all the other people that have come out to see us and support us.
We love
Very cool.
Julia.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's awesome when they support you as well. Like my wife pops in the comment section early on, and she watches me from upstairs because we're in the same house. And it's great. It's great when you have the support of your friends, your family, your loved ones, etc., to know that they believe in you. Like there's times I'm like, I'm gonna go on tonight, and I hope I don't suck. She's like, you never suck. Just go out and be you and do it. And here we are, 7 years later, and 312 episodes later, and we have a championship band out in front of us here. So we're doing something right, I guess. Let's talk a little bit about original music. You guys, obviously you want to write, you want to put out songs and albums, etc. Who is I don't want to put anybody on the spot. Who's like the brainchild of maybe lyric writing, and who is big on the music, etc.?
He's not here.
Yeah, so the music is Dan, and I hope that he's listening because Dan, you get all the credit, you deserve all the credit. You're amazing. I don't know where he comes up with the stuff that he does, but he just kind of comes out and he's like, "All right, I wrote a new song. Here, this is your part, this is your part, this is your part, and we got to figure out this one section together." Like he knows everything. The lyrics are more me. The lyrics are more me.
Yeah, I think Dan occasionally writes like choruses and stuff, but all the sentimental things are Jessica. So
Dan's also really good about it because when I joined the band, it was for one cover show, and then it became this original band. It became what it is now, and I had no knowledge at all of how to write, of theory, of anything. And Dan has not only taught me how to write music to be in a band, but he's also teaching me a lot of the fundamentals of complex music. And now he's like, "Here, I'm going to give you this basic bass part, write something over it." Or he'll give Frank a section, he'll be like, "Here's this chord progression, now write a solo over it." And he'll just be
Wow.
like, "This is my song, but make it yours. But you know what to do, just do it." And it's amazing.
I love that. I love that everybody gets involved and has a little part of it. And like I said, you're learning on the go too, which is very cool. Because, you meet some bands, and I usually don't. I I pick who I have on here, and I look for a certain delivery and type of band. We get some bands out there just like, yeah, man, we wrote this, we're gonna sing it and play it, and that they barely move on stage, and they're like, all right, we're done, see ya. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like I couldn't imagine delivering that way, doesn't it? It's gonna make you a little like crazy, doesn't it?
Do you like music? Like,
Right, they like it, but it's almost like it becomes, of course, it becomes work, and I'm sure it's work for you guys too. The practicing and going out to venues and setting up shows, yeah, it's work. But even this thing for me, like setting up questions and dates and all that, I'm like, you know what? I would love it. I wish it paid the bills. I would do this 7 days a week.
Yep.
But could you ever
I was
imagine?
just saying that the other day, that we should all
Exactly.
just quit jobs in school and just go for it.
oh my god, I said that and you were like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like,
Yeah,
"Alright."
honestly, I said, don't tempt me. I'm ready to.
I'm outside of work right now. I'm just gonna drive out. I'm not going back in.
Awesome, I love it. And I keep pushing the good people at Yingling by slinging their beer on my program. And I'm going to email them, sponsor us, get us money. Look at these great bands. Let's have some great times. Because people like us, we shouldn't be working for other people. We should be working for ourselves. Because we're all
Yeah.
great at what we do. Damn it.
Damn right. I'm
Hey,
underage, but I appreciate your sentiment.
That's okay. When you get old enough, we'll definitely put a silhouette of you playing bass on a Yingling sign.
Give me 1 week and I'll be 21. 1 week.
Well, all right. Congratulations and early happy birthday. 21 is like the best years of your life. And then
Sounds
like your 20s kind of go slow. Then your 30s really amp up. Trust me, I've been there. 30s,
Oh,
40s,
yay.
whatever age I am now, I'm not even discussing it. No,
Yeah.
No.
no.
That's funny.
And kind of a cool moment. Again, like I said, winning this event and having friends, fans, etc., being there at the Landis. And then you go in the lobby, and I always do this because I love this. And I saw Kate standing over a couple of people. I'm like, I got to go over. My wife's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'll be right back. I managed to get a set list. And I walked over to her, and I got the autograph right there.
Yep.
And you even said it first, you're like, I don't really have an autograph. Anything, man. Anything that's got your name on it, etc. But is that cool to get approached, or you think like, oh, I don't really know what to do? Because I mean, I was blown away. You were just like, yeah, man, give me the marker. And all the people around you are like, yeah, you know you want her autograph. I'm like, yeah, I do. That's why I'm here. Like,
I mean,
is that
that's funny. Me personally, first off, I practiced that autograph for like a week before the Landis. But I personally, I'm more worried about coming off as like someone you want to be around, because it's really weird going. We've been a band for a year. It's weird going from, me being the person that's looking up to everyone, asking questions, being like the fan, to having someone coming up telling me that same thing. And I'm like, how am I supposed to like think back to how they reacted? How do I react? And I try to react just like because I genuinely do appreciate it when someone thinks I'm cool enough or good enough to come up to me and ask. When someone wants my autograph, I told my friend, I'm like, that means way more to me than anything. They want to remember me. Like, what is cooler than that? Nothing. I think about that night with the autograph all the time. I talk about it like every day with my parents. They think it was the coolest thing ever.
you sent me pictures and everything of that moment. People took
Yeah.
pictures of that moment in a little video, and I kind of see myself. And I'll tell all you this, Jess, Frank, Kate. I use the word fan geeked, and I say it like people are like, "What do you mean fan geek?" Like they got a couple hundred fans, or there's a couple hundred people there. I'm like, you don't understand. For my money, you write a song. You learn an instrument. You get on stage. You play. You're a rock star. Doesn't make a difference of numbers, digits, how many albums you sell, etc. You're a rock star. So for me to sit there and watch you guys rock, and then get right up with Kate and get an autograph. No offense, Jess and Frank. I really couldn't find anybody. I was in a whirlwind. I happened to come across Kate, and then the guys from the Jaspers pretty much hijacked me and signed some other piece of paper. But to me, it's like an awesome experience. Do you get that feeling like, hey, man, this is like really something? These people are hanging out to see us, because you all seem very approachable. You seem like a lovable, likable bunch. How does it make you feel? Start with Frank. How do you feel, man? Do you think like people are like kind of gravitate to you?
I mean, I think when we're playing down here in the basement, we typically most of the time close the show out. So like a lot of people come up to us and they party with us, give or take, and they'll hang out with us, and then we'll vibe with them. and all that jazz. And then at the Landis, my buddy, he brought his kid, and
That's pretty cool.
they played in like the School of Rock that played at
Yeah.
Casey Race, and the it's Lucas. Lucas, if Lucas is watching, Lucas was wondering when we're going to put out stuff on the internet, on Spotify or anything like that. So it was really cool to see, a 12-year-old wanting to, see and hear more of us. So there was that too.
Yeah, there you go. Make people's day. Music heals. It really does. And like I said, your approach, like watching Jess and watching that video and watching on that stage, you're just like it looks like you're having the biggest blast, and people really take to that.
Yeah, no, there's no better feeling than performing on stage, honestly. There's no amount, I'm convinced there's no amount of drugs or sex or anything else that would feel as good as getting up on stage and just having a blast and performing, especially with people as fucking talented as the people on here.
It's the hair.
Yeah, it's the hair.
I wouldn't know, hence that. Yeah. I got a good beard though. I heard I got the
Yeah,
best
there
beard
you
in
go.
podcasting. Like, I got something. But and even like to sit in the crowd, which is cool. Like I said, I do the show. I look at bands. I always watch people, and then you start to hear the feedback from the crowd, and the crowd's like, "Man, the voice on that girl!" And holy shit, look at that bassist doing the bends, because Kate was taking the bends, and just watching you guys, the guitar players and all, like hanging onto your side of the stage and rocking out. A lot of great feedback, and to me, I'm like, yeah, I'm with you on that, and I agree with that, and you guys deserve that, because really, it's a great look on stage. How long have you been a band, and when did you finally decide to make this a band? Because it seems, I don't want to brag on you or give you a big ego, it seems kind of flawless. Like, it seems like you guys really got it down pat.
Thank you. It it definitely, we've been together for like a year.
Okay.
We got together because I was doing some like solo stuff, just depressing piano ballads, and then I broke my finger.
Oh.
And I wanted to keep playing, so I turned to my piano teacher Reggie Wu and I was like, "Hey, do you
From
know
Heaven's Edge.
anyone? Do you teach anyone else?" And he pointed me towards these two. And yeah, and then Dan I knew from working on music beforehand, and our drummer took a few tries, but we're really happy with Isaac. We're really happy with Isaac. He's really talented.
Really good. Kate, did you see like rock band in your future? Did you know this is like your destiny, so to speak?
I've been doing music my whole life.
Right.
Not well, but through since I was born, I knew Reggie Wu from Heaven's Edge. I don't know if you know Heaven's Edge.
Yes.
Yeah. I've known Reggie my whole life. He's taught me music my whole life. And I saw him on stage and I was like, I want to do that. And I also, my biggest inspiration was the Sweet. I don't know if you know Sweet. Like Ballroom Blitz and stuff. And I was like, I
Yeah,
want to
sure.
do that. And then when Jess came to me, I met her before and she showed me her Fuck Me song. And then he came back to me and he's like, remember that girl? And I was like, yeah. He's like, want to work with her? I'm like, do I want to work with her? And we've been all inseparable ever since.
It's awesome. The thing I do like, and a shout out to Frank as well. Nowadays, you notice more male female bands getting together. Where back in the day, it was like this is the boys' club. It's all about dudes. The women were the rarity. Now the women are killing it, just like the guys. Frank, do you notice like maybe the guys gonna kind of take a back seat when the women make a decision, or what?
I'm
Well,
interested in
that's a
yours.
bad question to ask me because I'm very stubborn.
Likewise.
But I always, whenever people ask about the band, I always say it's like a girl rock band. And I think prior to me joining, it was Dan was the only man in the group. So I mean, and so then it was kind of like funny when it was just Dan and I being the only boys. Now the boys outweigh the women, which is such a shame. But
This is crazy.
it's fun. I think having women in the band is clearly, it's just a very nice. I mean, it's such a like convoluted thing to talk about because a lot of the bands that come through here too, they either have a woman front person or there's a decent amount of women in the band. So I feel like rock music or alternative music is pushing more towards having a more female presence. I mean, there's a lot of flack in that in like the professional world because there's like because the people get mad about festivals not having that many female artists and all that, which is a shame. But it's just all these things have to like be a catalyst for change, I guess, in the music scene. But I think for the young up and coming bands, whether they be high schoolers, college people, or early 20s or whatever, I think it's kind of just becoming the norm to have a variety of different types of people in a band. Do I have to? The question was, did I take a backseat? Sure, I take a backseat.
Good boy. Good answer. I have always done it here. We've always mixed male, female, and I like the different point of views. And sometimes it helps. It's got to help in writing, creating. Like, there are different point of views, and it's not meant to be like sexist. Like, women think about things different than men at certain times. I've always usually had female co-hosts to get a different point of view. Nothing wrong with that. And I love the fact that women are really making a push in the scene. And shout out to all of you who are fantastic musicians. Even at that Landis show, a shout out to Kayla and Sarah from Twisted. Sarah's an incredible drummer, and Kayla's an amazing singer, and I love them. And
They're great.
They really are. They're a great band, and again, a band that tries to make shows and find other bands and bring them together. Kind of like you, they're trying to build a community, not just, hey, we're this, come to us. Like, hey, we're this, let's all do this. And I'm actually buzzing, and I've got a lot of people on board that want to help create it, a 2-day local artists festival that would celebrate Pennsylvania and New Jersey outdoors and an outdoor stage. I got a couple places, a farm, one German club venue, and another place that have kind of said, okay, put it together, let me know what you got. Of course, it's some time away and you got to get your insurances and all, but you guys would definitely be invited to this bill. I want to get like 20 or 30 Jersey and PA bands to meet each other, play with each other, get backstage, learn from each other, and build this thing, man. I believe in it, full blood, 100%. I do it every day. I go to shows all weekend. I was at 3 shows this weekend. I love every second of it, and I would love to mix with guys and girls like you who believe in it.
Awesome.
We would love to.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
we are in 100%. That sounds awesome.
That is awesome. We're definitely working into that. I wanted to mention a couple of these, and I put this little banner. You can catch the goodbyes November 16th with the Circus Arts at Berlin Brewing Company. The reason why I'm promoting this, the Circus Arts have been on our show twice. We've become great friends with them. They are phenomenal. And my wife is actually skipping our show at the Fuge to make sure she sees you guys and the Circus Arts. And I'm like, what? She goes, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Circus Arts and then that band at the Landis, that Goodbyes. Yeah, I'm going there. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're so
Wow,
excited.
What an honor.
Yeah, it's very exciting. And those guys are great musicians.
yeah, and there's 2 more acts on that bill. It seems like Tuesday and acoustic from Peter Scaveo. So we're really excited for that. And there's
Pretty
a couple
cool.
other November dates lined up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started typing. I ran late with work, and I was scrambling to get this thing together. And I put the couple dates on there, but I'm sure you guys got a lot. And there's links to find you guys down the bottom. I hope everybody does right after the show go search you out and learn more about you because this is I call you a powerhouse. Like I know you're friendly, smiley, you're fun for the fans, and you like it. But it's a powerhouse band. You guys are doing the right thing the right way, and the 3 is our superstars in the making. I love it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We would, I would love to invite you back when you guys start getting some stuff out there on social media and CDs, etc. More singles. Come on back, and we love debuting singles. Just a little hint: if you ever got a song you're ready to put out there, we'd love to pop it here first.
We are releasing an EP very soon.
Yeah, we're
Excellent.
finalizing the last of the mixes for it right now. So it's exciting stuff.
That's very cool. And I'm sure Frank has no say in it. He just sits there and nods. Yes,
Oh, he
ladies.
does.
Well,
Oh, he
actually,
does.
okay.
Oh, he
Here's
does.
what I'll say about everyone's decision making in this group. I feel like we're all pretty chill and nice, but when one of us has something that we feel very strongly about, I think that all of us have a tendency to get stubborn at times. I think that-
Frank and I definitely go neck and neck sometimes.
Yeah, we used to fight a lot, and now we don't. So
It was really bad for a bit.
Wow, really? Well, you
Oh,
hear it.
yeah. You would never
you hear it
tell,
from
but it
me.
was bad.
Yeah, you can't tell now. Like I said, you guys look like the friendliest group on stage, and then you hear artists like from the Guns N' Roses and Kiss and Aerosmith are like, yeah, we're just a band. We're not to be friends. But I'm like, yeah, at times you got to be friends. You got to kind of compromise and give in. One of our audience, our good friend Jason wants to know if you could open or perform with one person, who would it be? I'll let every one of you take a shot at it. If you could perform or open for one band, who would it be? We'll start with Kate.
I'm going to say it, and I know everyone's going to hate this, but I love Weezer. And it would be Weezer because I
Okay.
love them. I love Weezer.
I'm a big Weezer fan. You're not going to get
Me
hate from
too.
here. I don't know how the
Me
bottom
too.
of the screen is, and I love Weezer.
I love Weezer. And I would love to. I went to one of their shows and I was like, I want to play with them. They're so awesome.
Why not? Frank, you're next. Who would it be for you?
Well, the first thing that went through my mind is Living or Dead, but so for me, my favorite band is Green Day. I'd want to do Green Day.
All right, that's very cool. They just had a huge tour too that went awesome.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's a good one.
I'd
Jess?
say Paramore.
Oh, that's a good one.
But I'm going to say
Awesome.
Xana.
I was thinking about Xana honestly, but in terms of like who I would open for, I feel like Paramore would be the more fun show to open for, and it would match our vibe better
That's a
Xana
good
would just-
call.
for me
Yes,
personally.
all the Weezer fans down here.
Right? A lot of good Weezer fans. That's the way we do it in Philly. Mike Kennedy, a good friend of mine, hangs out at the local pub. We hang out and talk. And now he's become a fan of the show. We talk music a lot. And he's like, man, you find some of the coolest people and some of the coolest bands. And tonight, no exception. I was amped all day at work getting ready for this moment. And Kate, I thank you for just some of the great discussions and lining this up. And that's one thing I do. And a lot of people are like, how do you get these bands? I'm like, I just attack. Right after I saw you guys, I think it was a day or two later, I'm like, yes, I'm reaching out to, and I assume Kate was the best contact, the easiest contact, because you answer right away. I'm like, I'm attacking. I love these guys. I want them to come on. And I usually book it out for weeks and weeks just to make sure I get the people I want. And you were definitely, the Goodbyes are definitely somebody high on my list. I love you guys. Jess, Frank, Kate, especially coming in from work. I thank you all for coming on tonight. Like I said, love to do it again real soon and get you to a show or come see you. You're going to see my wife. I'm going to tell her and make sure she says hello to you guys at that. But I'm going to warn you, she is a Circus Heart major geek fan, so she'll be hanging around them. You won't be able to miss her. She got blonde hair and these electric blue eyes, and she'll be following the Circus Hearts everywhere. But I'll make sure she says hello to one of my other favorite rock stars, and I got to get this framed, Kate. It's hanging out regular paper for now, but it'll be framed. And I'll get another one or you can sign. The Goodbyes. Everybody, you can find them right now on social media. Go to Instagram. You can find The Goodbyes New Jersey. One word. Facebook is The Goodbyes, which I'm starting to force down your throat a little bit. I've been tagging the crap out of your Facebook. Also, Linktree / The Goodbyes. And music is on the way, like Kate said, an EP. And if you don't follow them and you follow me, you'll know when it comes out because I'll be smearing it all over social media. I thank you guys so much. I had a blast tonight. The time just flew by. I love you as all. I wish you nothing but the best of luck. Keep this thing going and let's talk soon.
Thank you,
so
man.
much.
We love
I
you.
really
Have an
appreciate
amazing
it.
night.
Have
You're
a
the
great
best.
night, guys. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. That was amazing. Jess and Frank and Caitlin from the band The Goodbyes. And I mean it when I say it. When I saw them that night at the Battle of the Bands, first of all, like I said, the preliminaries, and I was kind of getting into everybody at the preliminaries. Like, all right, there was a lot of bands that were new to me. Dark Fly was new to me. Terrific. Smother Nature, new to me. Terrific. Yeah, man, awesome new fan. Well done. Thank you. And yeah, man, I'll let you know, Jason, when stuff starts dropping, and I'll get you into that. Thank you, Mike. Super cool band. The guys and the girls, just really great. and a lot of fun. And they said you started noticing the change when they finally hit the Landis for the finals. And like I said, people were just making their way down the aisle, like screaming and yelling and hooting and hollering and dancing and getting into this band. They bring you in. They make you love it. They give you them little butterflies in the stomach, and they're great. And like I said, at the bonfire, the pig roast the other night, I mentioned it to the Jaspers. Jaspers like, oh, love the goodbyes. Tell Kate and Jess and everybody we said hi, and we want to do something again with them real soon. That's how you build it, man. Just keep it coming. Keep the bands friendly. Like I said, there's no competition here. It's all community. We want everybody to nail it. They are really cool. Like I said, I talked to Kate a lot in setting this up, and she was awesome with everything. Direct, easy to approach, easy to contact. I'm going to see if I could find... Excuse me, a little hiccupy. See if I could find the photos that she sent me from this little autograph session, because I was like here's the picture of it. I'm here like an absolute just geek. And that's me, and of course, Kate over there in the green. And these people next to her are like, yeah, you want her autograph. Yo, I sure did. And I loved it. And see a little video of her signing it, and me just like being a big geek watching this superstar. Like I told her, she's one of my favorite new musicians. Awesome. Stuff like that's cool. She's like, I got a little something for you. I got a picture and a little video of that moment that you asked. And I love asking. I've done it before. I have bands sign things. They're like, us? Yeah, you. Rock stars. Get to remember them. Whew. All right. The goodbyes, of course, I'll let that scroll roll down the bottom again so you know where to find them. A new EP coming out soon. Very exciting. You heard it here first on the U Show. Thank you, Kate, for dropping that great piece of news on us that they're going to be coming out with something very soon. We love them. Great band. Definitely deserve it. Tough Phillies loss, as we talked about. Really got spanked by those New York Mets. I guess Ranger Suarez goes game 4, 7-2. My wife even like, I have your Philly stuff on. I kind of took it off. It was tough to wear. It really was. It was tough to watch and tough to wear and tough to see. But there are guys, and I love them. And if they don't advance, I'm going to be upset. Right. We found the Mets at the worst possible time. Red hot. And I mentioned the Detroit Tigers. Sorry, JD. Detroit Tigers came in red hot. Given the Guardians all they can handle. Royals took a game from the Yankees. Padres took a game from the Dodgers. This time of year, man, you really don't know. And the Mets are a team that we all worried about. I would have rather played the Brewers, and the Brewers got a good club, but I felt like the Mets a little hungrier, especially after all the stuff a couple years back with Jimmy Rollins and the choke thing. I mean, yeah, the Mets have been waiting for this for a long time, and they look sharp. They've come out to play. Alonso and Nimmo, and tonight Sean Manaea was excellent on the mound. I'm not trying to praise the Mets or kiss the Mets' ass. You got to call it what it is. But I'm also pretty pissed off, and I'm going back to it. And I'm going to put the little banner up here. As I mentioned it, it is Phillies playoff news. I'm very pissed off at the manager, Rob Thompson. And everybody says, oh, welcome aboard. We've been bashing Thompson all season. I don't get, for the life of me, and I know it's one player here, one player, maybe it doesn't make a difference. But how are you going to go into the playoffs and start benching guys like Bohm and Stott and Marsh, and you cry about the matchups and how they don't hit this and they don't hit that? A pro athlete comes up to that plate holding a baseball bat, anything can happen. And he's worried about guys batting and how they hit. Meanwhile, he's got Rojas out there every night who can't hit for crap. But he's fast. Use the speed. Let the guy lay down a bunt. If he gets on base, steal a base. Do something. But he's mixing around. Boom has been one of your best hitters all year long, and you're going to bench him. And then Sosa makes that error in that game as well. Made an error at second tonight. Almost made a bad error at second on a ground ball, and Stott's sitting on the bench. This isn't the way you win playoffs. You don't wait for the playoffs to start shuffling up your lineup, as he likes to say. We know Kyle Schwarber, what he can do. We know what Trey Turner can do. And Harper Okay, we know JT's a terrific catcher. You're not taking him out of the lineup. And if he gets hot, he can get red hot with the bat too. But what are you doing with the rest of the team? You're mixing up. Austin Hayes is out there. And I'm going to continue to say I thought it was a horrible move to even bring Austin Hayes in here. Everybody was afraid to shake up the farm system. We got a great team. No need to trade prospects. And the guy who went up was Austin Hayes. And everybody bitches at me. They're going, you wanted to deal everybody to Chicago and get Robert and the pitcher, whose name escapes me right now. But yeah, you had a top pitcher and a guy who last year hit 30-some home runs. He was hurt this year. But it adds, when you get lefty, you get the lefty Schwarber, lefty Harper, and you bring in a right bat like Luis there. Who knows? You don't know. But the way you don't know about how a trade plays out, the same way you don't know about these prospects that everyone wants to cling to. Every year, here comes Painter, and it still hasn't happened. Guy's hurt all the time. Painter still hasn't pitched for this team the way they hoped. Gotta roll the dice, man. I thought, even guys like Tommy Pham, guys that could just lay a bat on a ball, get on base, steal a base, do intangibles. You need to do intangibles to win ball games. The power's nice. We can pop. When we get hot, we can pound the ball. But like I said last year against Arizona, when you get cold and teams are challenging you with pitches, you just need to be able to make contact, to put a ball in play, to move a runner, to get a sacrifice. Something. There's more work than just standing there hoping to crush a ball and knock it out of the park. Tell me I'm wrong. That's the thing, too. People that go on my Facebook and make comments under my post, no. You're welcome to come here. We got a giant comment section waiting for your input. I get frustrated. Philadelphia Eagles have not been doing a whole lot better as we head into this Sunday's matchup. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to say because I forgot the time. They are a 1 o'clock game, and it is against Cleveland. Cleveland comes here. Cleveland stinks. So if you lose to Cleveland, you might as well pack it in because Deshaun Watson is the most overpaid, overtraded for mess. And the running game still without Nick Chubb hasn't been great. Their mighty defense has been average. Winnable game for the Eagles. Got to get back on track. Got to get this win. Because, look, the Commanders are becoming legit. Jalen Daniels is a pretty good weapon there with his legs and his arm. The Giants have been playing decent defense and been kind of making some noise. The Cowboys are the Cowboys. Right? Cowboys are the Cowboys. They had a great game the other night with Pittsburgh that they really gutted out. And again, when you look at the conference, Skull and D, Minnesota is dominating this conference. Took Aaron Rodgers and the Jets kind of apart. I mean, the game was not as close as the score looked. Minnesota handled business, and they come in with a rough, tough defense. One of the top 2 or 3 players in the league in Justin Jefferson. Making Sam Darnold look like a quality quarterback because that's the kind of guy Jefferson is. Your defense is ridiculous, and the schemes, and I've heard quarterbacks say that they play like, I don't know what went on out there. The scheme is something like I've never seen. And big shout out to the defensive coordinator and the talent on this team. It didn't change that much from last year, but it sure did change as far as watching them on the field. And I got them on my fantasy team. And I was out eating the other day. Shout out to my brother Robert Perney, by the way, for a happy birthday. We went out Sunday for a brunch for his birthday and some cake. And we're watching the game, the London game, of course, the Vikings. I'm like, man, his defense, like Rodgers looked lost. Pretty sweet. Mike Kennedy, give me your scoop, man. The Birds finally get the offense back healthy this week. True. And they need that. We need AJ. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. Need AJ. You need Devonta Smith out there. We also need more from Dallas Goedert. Come on. Dallas Goedert has been a stud. And of course, Barkley's been terrific. Hurts has to kind of settle himself in, get his head a little more in the game. But I think it's the team that's got plenty of talent. I'm not as scared as a lot of people are. Not thrilled at the moment. Because that's it. We open up the season by beating Green Bay. Green Bay's got a pretty good team and a very good quarterback. Not worried about it, though. Let's see it this week. Cleveland is a team that you can very well beat. Let's get there. Let's take them out. Let's get back in the winning track. Make something happen. But JD, congratulations so far on a pretty quality Vikings team you got out there. The new Joker movie is out, and I've heard nothing but terrible news. I wasn't crazy about the first one. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix is a terrific actor. The movie, like when you talk to people, very dark. Kind of almost depressing to sit and watch. Kind of brings you down. Now they got another one with Lady Gaga. She's supposed to be this Harley Quinn character, and I heard the whole time they call her Lee. I haven't seen it yet. JD, that's what I hear. I was asked to go see it tomorrow. I'm actually off tomorrow. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I think I can wait till it comes to home video, like I did with the first one. To me, Joker is Batman. And people are like, well, it's not related to that. Don't call it the Joker and don't have him paint his face. Because to me, that's Joker. A lot of people disappointed. A lot of people said that like Gaga was good, but it had nothing to do with Harley Quinn. And everyone says, you go to see this dreary, haunting, kind of evil movie, and then everybody breaks out in song, like every 10 minutes. I pass. For now. Speaking of movies, we had this guy on our show a little while back, David Howard Thornton. And if you don't know, David Howard Thornton is the actor who plays this guy right here, Mr. Art the Clown of Terrifier. Oh, yeah, we tried to get him back on. I know his schedule's busy. Terrifier 3 just came out. And there have been people like actually shooting video of this and recording this and writing about it. People are like fainting in the movie theater and getting rushed out into an ambulance 10 minutes into the movie. They say the most gory of the Terrifier series, which is crazy because I hear it's gory as hell. Over the top, wild, crazy scenes of blood and splatter and stuff that my stomach can't handle. I'm a weakling. When Jewel was here, Jewel watched it. She watched Terrifier too. God bless you. This third one, man, people were asking me to go and like, he was on your show and support, David Howard and Art the Clown. And I love the Art the Clown stuff. I love the Art the Clown Funko Pop and the memorabilia and all that because it's spooky. I don't know, man. People were throwing up in the theater. I don't know how much of that I can handle. I mean, Halloween's coming up. We always have fun on Halloween. It just seems like a lot. Yikes. Legends up in Reading Saturday night. Oh, of course. The amazing Triple Rail Turn. Your band, bro. I got to see them. I really am dying to see them. That I'll see. I'll see any band. Terrifier 3 scares the hell out of me. But like I said, we did reach out to David Howard Thornton. No luck this time. Even last time was kind of hard. He's like, look, I could squeeze this in after the holiday. We didn't have him on before Christmas, which was great because he came out with that Grinch movie. Terrifier 3 is out now. It is the most gory of all. That worries me because the damn thing was pretty gory as it was. And I remember when they were planning it, and David Howard joked on the show that, Pete Davidson's a big fan. He talked about being in the movie. But they weren't keen on getting big Hollywood involved and big Hollywood investors and production companies because they wanted to tone everything down. He's like, that's not the movie. The movie is the way I present it, and Art is just this sick a dude, and this is the way we're doing it. And they did it. So bravo to them, really, for sticking their guns and making their movie their way. 'Cause they knew what they wanted, and they got it, and people were fainting, and I just saw the one where he's Santa Claus in the mall, and you didn't really have to see the scene end to already know that it's just going to be bad. In a good way for you horror fans out there. Harrigan's October 18th, local Hatboro. Now, like I said, my wife knows a lot of people that are Harrigan's people. May try and get up there for that. I didn't really know they did music. I'm excited. I'm excited to get a lot of these places now doing music. Even if it's cover band, try to push original band. Try to blend them. there's great things going on out there, and so many bands. Like I said, when I talk about this outdoor festival thing, I mean it full blood, and I mean it with Jersey and PA people, and hell, even a great New York band or a Maryland band that we could talk to. Come on up, let's make this thing happen. So many good bands out there, so many. I'm rambling. I need a sip. I didn't really load up a lot of music tonight. I didn't want to undercut the goodbyes because they're worth it. Excellent, little throat clear. Speaking of music, and a kind of a sad one, I read this the other day. Sully Erna, who of course is the lead singer of Godsmack, said there will be no more new Godsmack music. This is it, he said. He said, we have about 30 years worth of material that we can tour on and sell and put out and celebrate. He said, I'm ready for the greatest hits stage of my career. A little bit of an ouch. I see him live. Terrific. No new stuff. Okay, I haven't had new stuff in a while. I'm right with that. But according to Sully, no new stuff. They're ready for the greatest hits stage of their career. Well, let's see it. Let's have a greatest hits. Let's tour on their greatest hits. How about it? Calling your bluff, Sully. If I see any new stuff, I'm going to be really mad. No, I'm going to be thrilled. Mega Millions, the big lottery jackpot that tries to change the life of one lucky winner, has announced that their tickets have been going up to $5 per play. It was $2 per play. Now $5 per play of the Mega Millions lottery. My question is, does that make the jackpot sweeter, or does the jackpot stay the same? Because I think if you're paying more, and more is going into this, but then again, how much more can you win? Like, I think right now it's like $300 and some million. And you get people to win, and they go broke, and they go crazy. Like, oh, we had all this money and no idea what to do with it. I could probably figure it out. I mean, the giant music venue that I would open, and my dog farm I always speak of, where I just have all these dogs and stray dogs come and have a place. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But the tickets are going up to $5 each. And, I guess you got to, if you want that dream, you got to pay for it, I assume. But I would love to win that thing, right? Just one time, man. So much I would do. And even if I do it wrong and lose a lot of money, you'd have a hell of a time. A blast spending it. I speak at this to you. Right, exactly. I wouldn't tell anybody either. I would hide it. But I would take care of the right people and do the right things by the right people. Just me, but now you gotta spend $5 per play. Yeah, whatever. If you win, that means absolutely nothing. Pink Floyd, speaking of hitting hundreds of millions, have decided to sell its music catalog to Sony for $400 million. We've heard bands do this in the past. They sell off all their creation and catalog. And David Gilmour kind of said, it's kind of a retirement thing. Bring in that money when you can. And it's funny because they have not really gotten along except for one little appearance a couple years back, pretty much in eons. But you come together for $400 million, you better believe that. And then they're all like on stage and smiling and got their arms around each other. And they're like the happiest band on earth now. It's funny to put $400 million into perspective. Pink Floyd has a catalog that is incredible. The music, timeless. To see them live, which I did back in, I think it was like the mid-90s, even without Roger Waters, which I'm not a big Roger Waters guy. Just see like Gilmour leading the band, them doing the songs, like tripped out. Blast. Awesome. Maybe $400 million is low. I don't know. But now Sony owns all those bad boys, and tell you what, they've been buying them. They buy up likes of like David Bowie and I think Queen and bands like that. I wonder where all that money comes. Just go to show you, like Sony pay these local artists, Spotify, etc. Pay them more than like a penny for every 10 million listens. It's just where the future of music is coming from. Stop making me talk. I'm slurring it. Forbes magazine came out with the top 38 heavy metal bands. Forbes magazine, which is peculiar. And then the top 3, of course, as expected, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, Metallica being number 1. I didn't type them all out because to type out 38 bands would probably just kill my whole comment section area. But I, of course, took a picture, and I'm going to fire a couple of these out. And if you're out there and you want to discuss it, we'll discuss it. Let me find the list here. All right, so we'll go past a couple real quick. 38 was Carcass. 37 was At the Gates. 36, Exodus. Exodus? Really? 35 was Behemoth. Napalm Death came in at 34. Okay. Caius at 33. Dream Theater at 32. Dream Theater's metal? A little more like fantasy style music metal? I mean, I love Dream Theater. And shout out to our former guest and our girl, Sydney Taylor, who is landed herself a big job in the promotion team at Dream Theater. And they're coming to the area in a few months. But metal? 32. Okay, 31 was Nightwish. 30 was King Diamond. King Diamond? Man, I say one hit wonder, but it wasn't even really a hit. They just had like 1 or 2 songs. And a guy with face painting. 29, Danzig. Okay, I'm not really a Danzig guy. I don't hate Danzig, but they're not one of my favorites. 28 was Converge. At 27, Cannibal Corpse. Okay. Now, when you look at the list, 26 was Anthrax. Now, this hurts my soul a little bit. Because Anthrax has been around forever. Doing metal. 80s, 90s, 2000. Brief singer change. John Bush for a while. Joey Belladonna back. 26 for a band that's been around so long. Doing metal. Metal, which, is a hard sell. 26. 25, Meshuggah. Okay. 24, Machine Head. 23, Lamb of God. All right. 22, Mastodon. Okay. We're getting to the metal, darker side of not as much Flesh. 21, Sepultura. Oh, baby. Derek Green and Sepultura. One of my favorites. Derek Green is a goal on this program, just so you know. I don't know if it's possible. I see him do show appearances on like podcasts and promote younger artists and all that. I'm like, man, I like that guy here just once. That was 21. 20 was Typo Negative. A little gimmicky, little vampire thing. Whatever. Into the top 20. 19, Motorhead. Now, you're doing a metal listen. Motorhead is 20. It's Motorhead, dude. 18 was Death. 17 was Dio. Yeah, get Dio in there. About the right spot. 16, Megadeth. Terrific. Now, here's what gets me. 15 is Gojira. Don't get me wrong. This is a band that really brings it. And their Olympic performance really helped them along the way. 15 already? Okay. 14 was Korn. To me, it's not metal. Or it's more like that, new metal. And I love Korn. As you know, I've seen Korn, God, 5 times. Love them. 13 was Rammstein, and I continue to preach this, whether you want to listen to it or not, whether you're watching me live or on recorded. If you've never seen Rammstein, find a way to do it. If they even come back to North America, do it. One of the most insane shows from a pyrotechnics and stage presence I've ever seen. I didn't understand a single word they were singing. It didn't even matter. It was that cool. 13, Rammstein, get there. 12 is the band I'm going to be seeing in a few months. The Deftones. I love the Deftones. Number 11, System of a Down. And then, all right. All right. Give me to rant a little bit about music. I like System of a Down. Their first album, it was obscure, wasn't really known. Then they came out with the second album, and everybody went nuts for it, and that was great. And then a lot of people, like, I remember Oasis coming out and saying, I'm glad I lived long enough to see the absolute worst band in the history of bands. More and more, when their music comes on now, I'm kind of like, man, gotta be in the mood. Even if I'm in the mood, I don't get married to their music. I play it for a little bit and I turn it off. I don't dislike it. I don't know if I see it as the 11th best metal band. It's Force Magazine. Number 10, Avenged Sevenfold. I like their stuff. That's wrong. Number 9, Tool. Again, that's not heavy metal, although I adore Tool. I love Maynard. I don't know how metal it is. I love Perfect Circle. Number 8, Slayer. In my opinion, you're finally getting this right. Finally getting this right. Slayer. They're on the Wall of Fame here somewhere. Let's find them. The wall got knocked over a little bit, so Tom Araya is down there. And Jeff Hanneman is here. And Kerry King is around there somewhere. I did that neat little review of Kerry King's album. And it didn't make the cut of the music press, but still, great stuff. They come in at number 8, Slayer. Number 7, Slipknot. I love me some Slipknot. They're on the wall here too. There's Corey Taylor. Right there. And there's another Slipknot guy right here somewhere. Slipknot number 7. Ozzy Osbourne number 6. Now, the reason why I find this weird, I'll tell you in a few minutes. Ozzy Osbourne 6. The guy who a lot of people said invented heavy metal. And number 6. Number 5, Judas Priest. Terrific. Number 4, Pantera. Don't let this new Pantera thing steer you away from the magic that was Pantera back in the day. One of my absolute all-time favorites. Phil and Rex and Vinny and Dimebag, and that's a band. I got to see them live as that whole band. And boy, knocks your socks off. It's a shame that we lost that band. And now they're doing kind of a revival thing, tribute shows, if you will. And that's great. Not like that, but man. You see the original Pantera and even see them at number 4. Could hurt your heart a little bit. It could. John Simon's in the house. What up, family? Dude, you are what up. We already mentioned Thursday night. We'll talk about it again in a minute with White Cross, something John put together. Awesome. International super band coming here with Deep Seated and the Grimjacks. Seen Deep Seated. They are phenomenal. Grimjacks, of course, you know, are great. They've been on the show a couple times. Got new music coming out as well. Excited for that. My man, Quincy King, in the house. A guy who's starting to get some shows together. He's going to be with us at the Fuse. And, of course, Future Stars with Elena. A super singer, super talent, my man Quincy King, and a great band. I love pushing them. Let's get to the end of this list. Pantera 4, Iron Maiden number 3. Okay, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And for my money, it's Bruce Dickinson or it's nobody. And I said it. Number 2 is Black Sabbath. That's why I laughed about the, So, Chris, I love when people just start saying hello. That's what it's all about, man. Build that community. Black Sabbath number 2. And that's what I said. Ozzy to be 6. Black Sabbath to be number 2. All right. And number 1 I said was Metallica. And okay, Metallica has changed the way that a metal band will approach itself, market itself, sell itself, etc. That's your Top 38 heavy metal bands according to Forbes magazine. Carcass, At the Gates, Exodus, Behemoth, Napalm Death, Caius, Dream Theater, Nightwish, King Diamond, Danzig, Converge, Cannibal Corpse, Anthrax, Meshuggah, Machine Head, Lamb of God, Mastodon, Sepultura, Typo Negative, Motorhead, Death, Dio, Megadeth, Gojira, Korn, Rammstein, Deftones, System of a Down, Avenged Sevenfold, Tool, Slayer, Slipknot, Ozzy Osbourne, Judas Priest, Pantera, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, and Metallica. Whew, I'm out of breath. Community is a word. I'm going to get that tattooed on me. Maybe get like the Yosho tattoo and then community. Cross it, because that is what it is. And John preaches that word. I preach that word. And I've said that word, which is amazing. And me and John talked about it over the weekend, how it seems like the powers that be in this world and God, etc., has brought us together to this moment to be together. Because we have a like mind. Family. We call each other like brothers. And we are, man. It's like our vibe is very much similar. Like I see a lot of me and him and vice versa. With the desires, the dreams, the community aspect. And the thing that blows my mind is when we started this show, me and Jewel, we had always preached it's not a competition. It's a community. Everybody wants their podcast to be the best. I get it. Everybody wants to be the show that brings you this band first, and this song first, and this, that, and the other thing. Great. But there's room. And there's room for everybody. And when you work together, you build it. Like John, I don't know if you call it the Goodbyes, but they're talking about the same thing. They build. They do the basement shows, and they bring music together. And now they're going to be playing with the Circus Arts, one of my favorite bands ever. They're going to be at the same show in the Berlin Brewing Company. And what we do with the Fuse, getting these bands together to meet, to hang out with the families, etc. Community, that's how it works. And it's not like some cult preaching. It's a legit word. Like I said, you saw it this past weekend. We're hanging out at John's. Up 24 is there. Hey, Stealing Society, this is Up 24. Heard about you guys. Hey, man, let's talk music. Hey, Twisted's here. Have you ever met so-and-so? No, we haven't. Hey, let's meet. Let's talk. John, I told him this, of course. It is a phenomenal idea to have this pig roast. And like I said last year, I'll say it again this year and in the future. If you're in a band or you're cool and you like to hang out, BYOB, have some nice food and meet great people, this is the spot. This is perfect. It's a semi-private. John trusted me to bring certain people to it and give them the address. I haven't missed with people that have come. But it's so much fun. It is a learning experience for bands. It's a growth. Meet people, meet like-minded people, meet the younger generation that's going to be your next fans, or the younger generation that's going to come to your shows, or the younger artists that are going to collab with you. I get so into it. Like, and I even took a big bruise. I got hit and knocked into the stage. Who cares? It's all for music, and we believe in it. And there's a lot of people, I said, there's still some skeptics that are like, this local scene, you push it to death. Absolutely. I will push it to the death. I will die on this show. Hopefully 50 years from now. But, yeah. And it was cool seeing all the bands together. I love that. And like I said, Mike from Up 24 and Colin, they're standing there talking to me. And I'm like, hey, Mike, Colin, Stealing Society Up 24, you guys ever met? Kind of forced their handshake together, and then they just start talking music and bass and where their bands play and what they do. Love it. The Dust Pit. That's like a new name. It was the Dust Pit. And the kids were kicking their feet and kind of like rocking, and the dust was coming up, and it was great. It was the Dust Pit. It was such a sensational time. Wish we could do it every week. Jeff, do you like the show Supernatural? My favorite character is the Trickster. They never told anybody why he's in the adult film stars. Well, duh. It's kind of like our man. Ray. But I said the first time, John said, "Yeah, we do this cool thing. Come out, you eat, meet people, mingle, and we play music." And it hooked me right away. and I'm still into it. And I'll remind everybody again, like I said, if you're watching live or if you're watching recorded a day or two, you have to, we got to watch this tomorrow. And then Thursday night is this. It is the amazing International Superband White Cross. And they are starting off their tour with us, the Key Concert Series at the Fuge. Thursday, October 10th, International Superband White Cross takes stage at the Fuge. Doors open at 6. Key Concert Series at Ticketspice.com. Tickets are available at the door. And 2 tremendous opening acts, Deep Seated. And when I tell you wow, I mean wow. Deep Seated is a band that absolutely, positively rocks. The lineup is great from top to bottom. Definitely worth seeing them. And of course, the Grimjacks. My dudes, my boys, I love them. Love me some Grimjacks. Always a great band, always a great performance. 3 awesome bands coming to the Fuge to kick off White Cross's tour. Thursday night, special night. Doors open at 6. I will be there. John will be there. Key Concert Series. Kicking ass at the Fuge. Keep it rolling along. Super International Superband White Cross this Thursday, October 10th. Get there. It is going to be awesome. that was the highlight. There was, I forget who said it. Somebody had said it. I can bring the comment up, and they said, do you have a smoke machine on stage? And you laugh, you're like, smoke machine? No, that was just the Mother Nature and the, you're in the yard, man. You're just on that yard, just kicking them up. Only 250 tickets left. Get them now before they sell out, and they will. It's going to be a great night and a great crowd at the Fuge for White Cross this Thursday night. You know how much I'm into this White Cross in this show? I'm into it so much I'm missing Thursday Night Football. I don't miss football for it, although I miss football again for Craft Hall on Sunday. Maybe I am twisting it a little bit, but to see a band like this, to see an international band who's played all over the world, come to a local venue that not only do you like going to, but a place that you kind of work at and kind of develop and promote shows. To have them come on that stage, you're not beating it. You can't. It's like a dream come true. I'm looking so forward to it. Can I play a song? I think I can. Let's kind of delve in here. Get into YouTube. Do you have any requests of a song? Let's just surprise people. It's always a fun way to do it. Let's look up White Cross. Can absolutely play a song. This one's from 1 year ago. So you can find a more recent one. The live ones always do good. Or I like to get a live one. It sounds cool, but live ones never come out good. Let's do this one. How about the video? Because it's got a video too. Fear No Evil. How about it? Let's pause it. I'm bringing it up now. I'll go back and make sure that John didn't request something different. Fear No Evil. How about that? Fear No Evil official video. It's kind of like we knew. Let's do it. Because it's super cool. And this band is super cool. White Cross. Coming to the Fuge. You know what I keep doing? I keep forgetting to share the screen. Present. Share. Official White Cross. Fear No Evil. Let's do it right now for you people that like hard rock and music. An awesome message. I bring you White Cross live Tuesday night Yo Show. This is Fear No Evil. Check it out. Pretty sure you're going to love it. We'll be back in a few minutes. Yo Show live Tuesday night.
The Lord God, He is my shepherd. He leads me on beside the waters into the path of righteousness without shame. I spend my days inside the house of his name. He will lead me through the shadow. I fear no evil. Yea, though I walk into the valley of shadow,
Wow, Fear No Evil, the amazing White Cross, and you can see them. If you're a Pennsylvania resident, the Bucks County area, White Cross this Thursday night live at the Fuge in Warminster, PA, part of the Key Concert Series, the sensational international band, along with special guest Deep Seated, who I can promise you is sensational, and of course the awesome Grimjacks. What a triple header Thursday night right in your backyard. This is what we're all about. This is what the music scene is all about, the community and the power of an awesome band like White Cross coming. They sing a great message. They're a great band. nail those instruments. Congratulations, Rita John Simons, for pulling this one off. This is terrific. Again, you can see White Cross this Thursday live at the Fuge. Thursday night, doors open at 6. Part of the Key Concert Series. Check out the Key Concert Series on Facebook and Instagram. Follow my page, follow the Yo Show to get more information. It's going to be a killer show. I'm so psyched for it. That studio room is going to rock. It sounds like White Cross. Very excited. Great job, John. Great job, White Cross. Thank you for allowing us to kick off this tour and have a great show with you at the venue. A lot of people, I was talking to it again about a lot of people, and you heard even the goodbyes now. Yeah, the Fuse, I know that, had a prom there. Yeah, because there's event rooms also. There's also a great music studio. There's recording studio in there. They do great things. It's a gorgeous venue. It's worth the trip. Take the trip. Check out this band. Thank you, brother. Definitely worth it, man. Like I said, we're on the same page. And it's funny because in getting myself familiar with White Cross, that's like the first song I listened to. Dug it, and the fact that you wanted to hear it, there we go again. Doing it the way we do it. I got to, I'm off tomorrow from work. I got to do some booking. I got to get some more guests here on the program because I'm looking at the coming up and we're getting late. Definitely getting late. We're supposed to have a show tomorrow night with a great up-and-coming country star, Callie Tucker. But I've yet to hear back our last couple of days from Callie's handlers and PR group, so I certainly hope that's going to happen. Stick around for the updates. Callie Tucker supposed to be here tomorrow night with Angela Marie, guest co-hosting. We'll see what happens. Sometimes you lose track of somebody in those weeds. It does happen. Even to the best of us, I should know because I'm the best of us. Thank you. The coming soon. Let's have it here. Weekend Rap. Bye. Mega Man. The banner got mixed into something. Coming soon. There it is. Coming up. And we got 2 back-to-back, October 22nd and October 23rd. And this is a doubleheader. Great doubleheader, October 22nd, October 23rd. 22nd, we welcome back Sarah and Logan from the awesome band Twisted. We'll talk about some new music as they release great singles. We'll talk a little bit about the great promotion pops that Sarah's been getting and people recognizing her and her great drumming. And Logan, of course, is a sensational guitarist. He'll be back with us October 22nd. And October 23rd, I'm psyched for this. We had Lynn Hurst on last week. And shout out to Lynn Hurst. Thank you. October 23rd, another band from that Central PA scene, Defiant. These guys rock. Joe Defiant is my dude. And like I said, I went to that iRock radio party, and I'm there with Jesse Morgan. Shout out to Jesse. And he comes up and says, "Hey, man, Joe from Defiant, Joe Defiant." I'm like, "Oh, my God, I know you. You know me?" He's like, "I know you, dude. I see what you do. I see your promo stuff. I love it. Let's get to the show sometime." October 23rd is a Wednesday night. Defiant will be on the program. They got some new songs to promote. Also, Twisted on the 22nd, Defiant the 23rd. And, of course, the week after that, we'll do something Halloweenish. Haven't announced it yet. Something's going to happen. On another note, we may be trying to raise money through donation for the Tampa area at the White Cross event. Right there is a reason to come on out. Devastating hurricanes and damage in Tampa. Shout out to my friends in that area. Be safe. People of Florida. Prayers are with you, of course. Excuse me. We wish you nothing but the best. We're going to try and raise some funds on this night with White Cross. So you come out. Put that on the promos also. If you're in the area, you're watching. If you're in the area, you know somebody who'd want to go. You watch this a couple hours later or whatever, and you see this. Spread the word. Let's do it. Let's do a great cause with a great band. And Lyndhurst, yeah, thank you, John. They were awesome. And like I said, when we talk about this community and talk about maybe this nice big festival, bands like Lyndhurst and Defiant, Central PA bands, mixed in with some Jersey people like the Goodbyes, mixed in with people like here, like the Grimjacks, and like the Strange Cultures and the Milo Skies and the Jaspers and bands like that. Yep, 24, Stealing Society. I can go on and on. Let's make this happen. Come out to a weekend festival with all these fun bands. Me and John and our people who do this. And people who do it out there kind of coming together. Endless. The dreams and desires are endless. John, I tell Kim more of the dreams than I tell you. She just lets me ramble about my potential ideas. And hell, man, we're not just going to limit it to like hard rock and metal. I'd love to have Laura Cheadle come pop on stage. Her and her wife, Michelle. Sensational artist. And you can get to learn a lot of them right here on the Yo Show. Check us out. Subscribe on YouTube. All I can do is go in a little search bar and type in the Yo Show. We'll come up. You'll see the great logo. Watch archived episodes with some of these great bands. Grimjack's been on twice. Great chat with those dudes. Laura Cheadle, a few times. She's awesome. And a lot of these bands, like Lyndhurst, of course. Defiant will be on in a few weeks. Twisted has been on before. Bryn Athen, who we love. So many. Goes on and on. Strange Culture, etc. The PA rock scene. We want to mess with the Jersey rock scene. Hell, let's try the New York rock scene. Let's bring it all together. My good friend Kinsey King, of course, we're pressing them too. We want them guys to get out and get seen, and so much to enjoy. That is it for tonight. A massive thank you to the goodbyes. Of course, Jess, Frank, and my heart, Caitlin Devlin. I love you, Caitlin. You're awesome. I love that entire band. They are super cool. I thank you still to this day, Caitlin, for the great autograph, the picture and video of us having this autograph, the people who just stressed me, gotta have her autograph. Super cool. Great young lady, great band, great people. Part of what we're doing here, community, not competition. We're all here to have fun, have a great time, and bring music to life because a lot of people are working hard for it. Speaking of music, speaking of fun, speaking of people, we're going to be taken out tonight by the dudes from... Thank you, my man. Let me cancel that for a second and thank my man, Michael Kennedy. Michael, thank you very much, dude. I appreciate that. Awesome show again. Me and the wife will be down soon to come hang out. You were just the greatest host, I guess, that night when I was at the Humanville Inn. We had some great beers. Talked about it. He says, I kind of feel like I'm interviewing you. That's cool, bro. I love that. I love being interviewed about it, too. We chatted about it all night long for hours. You're a super cool dude, Mike. I've known you a long time, and I'm glad that you enjoy coming here on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and being a part of it, man. We're trying to add new music to your life as well as you are everybody out there. Speaking of music and a band that we love, we're going to take you out here with Lady White Rat. This is a live recording from Sweeney's from my dude, Rob from Delco James. He actually recorded this on his phone. And I'm like, man, how does it sound so good on your phone? He's like, dude, I just know what I'm doing. I'm going to take you out here with Drown from Lady White Rat. This is a great song. Thank you for tuning in. Big shout out again to Key Concert Series, John Simons, White Cross, The Goodbyes, Michael Kennedy, J.D. Wolf, Derek Feldman, everybody that comes in our comment section, everybody that watches, everybody that tunes in. Lady White Rat, Drown. We will see you possibly tomorrow night. How do they say tune in for local details? I'll let you know. Have a great night. Another awesome freaking Tuesday live here on the Yo Show. Lady White Rat. Good night.
My brother Chase is going to take us away here. Change your life, I'll love you, that she said. Cut your hair, you'll look like everyone else. Switch your shirt, you're looking a bit strange. Take this pill, it'll make your life so great. Run away, run away. Thank